They say energy doesn't lie, and they're right. You can feel it when someone walks into a room. You can sense when a person is alive with purpose, or when they're silently dying inside. Enthusiasm, that burning spark of life that fuels everything extraordinary, has the power to magnetize the impossible. Napoleon Hill once said, "A man can succeed at almost anything for which he has unlimited enthusiasm." And yet look around. How many people still wake up numb, trapped in routines, moving without meaning? The truth is, the world doesn't lack talent. It lacks fire. The kind of fire that refuses to die when plans fall apart. The kind of enthusiasm that makes people wonder what you know that they don't. Most people think enthusiasm is a mood, something that depends on circumstances. But Hill revealed the secret. Enthusiasm is an energy state that you choose, that you build, that you protect, even when everything seems against you. Look at Thomas Edison. Do you think he kept going after 1,000 failures because it was fun? Because he woke up every morning feeling motivated? Number. He kept going because his enthusiasm was anchored to vision, not results. He was lit from within. Each failure was fuel, proof that he was getting closer to something the world had never seen. While others mocked him, Edison said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." That wasn't stubbornness. That was magnetic energy, the kind born from enthusiasm so fierce it bends reality itself. You see, enthusiasm isn't noise. It's not blind positivity or fake hype. True enthusiasm is quiet power. It's the inner voltage that charges your mind, body, and spirit into alignment. It's what Napoleon Hill called applied faith in motion. When you are genuinely enthusiastic, you don't wait for the universe to move. You move first, and the universe follows. But the problem is, life wears most people down. Repetition kills wonder. Rejection kills confidence. Society teaches restraint, not passion. So you start dimming your own light to fit in. You stop showing excitement because you don't want to look naive. You stop dreaming out loud because it feels childish. But here's the paradox. The very energy you hide is the one thing that could have changed everything. The greatest inventors, leaders, and creators, they were all unreasonable. They refused to mute their enthusiasm. Henry Ford was laughed at for trying to mass-produce cars. They said if people needed faster transport, they'd ask for faster horses. But Ford's enthusiasm was louder than their logic. He wasn't chasing acceptance. He was tuned to a frequency no one else could hear. That frequency, passion turned into purpose, energy turned into creation. And let's not forget Walt Disney. Fired from his first job for lacking imagination, bankrupt multiple times, living off borrowed coins while drawing dreams on scraps of paper. But his enthusiasm was unshakable. When asked how he stayed optimistic after losing everything, he said, "I can't help myself." I love this too much. That love, that enthusiasm, became his magnet. It pulled the impossible into existence. Today, millions walk through his dream, not knowing it was built by a man who once couldn't afford dinner. That's the alchemy Hill was talking about. The ability to turn enthusiasm into attraction, struggle into strength, dreams into direction. Because enthusiasm is not just an emotion. It's a magnetic field that expands around you. When you believe deeply in something, you emit an energy that people can feel, even before you speak. They don't follow your words, they follow your energy. And here's the secret most never understand. Enthusiasm is contagious in both ways. When you radiate it, you lift others. When you lose it, you drain them. It's the reason certain people walk into your life and suddenly everything feels lighter. They vibrate higher. Their passion awakens your own. Enthusiasm is nature's amplifier. It multiplies whatever you attach it to. Fear or faith, despair or desire. But enthusiasm is fragile when built on external results. If your energy rises only when life cooperates, you'll always live at the mercy of circumstance. True power begins when you can generate enthusiasm in the dark, when there's no applause, no audience, no visible reward. That's where you become magnetic. That's when your vibration begins to attract unseen opportunities, people, and breakthroughs. Napoleon Hill discovered this through years of studying giants like Edison, Ford, Carnegie, and Rockefeller. He found that their success wasn't born from mere intelligence or luck. It came from a burning enthusiasm, a spiritual energy so strong that it inspired others to believe in them long before success ever did. He called it emotional transmutation, turning emotion into motion, desire into destiny. Think about Abraham Lincoln. He wasn't the loudest or most charismatic. His speeches weren't always perfect, but his enthusiasm for truth, unity, and justice could be felt in every word. It wasn't the power of performance, it was the purity of conviction. Enthusiasm without ego, faith without evidence. That's what changes history, and that's what you need to remember. Enthusiasm is not about pretending life is perfect. It's about staying lit when it isn't. It's about refusing to let failure steal your inner voltage, because life will test your energy over and over. It will throw storms to see if your fire can survive the rain. But every time you protect that flame, it grows brighter. Every time you keep moving when others stop, you strengthen your magnetic field. The world doesn't respond to effort alone. It responds to energy. Two people can take the same action, say the same words, work the same hours, and yet one becomes unforgettable while the other fades into noise. The difference isn't skill, it's enthusiasm. One acts from passion, the other from obligation. One radiates conviction, the other waits for approval. And life inevitably mirrors that difference. So the question isn't, do you have what it takes? The question is, can you stay excited about it when no one believes in you? Because enthusiasm is not about external validation. It's about self-generated power, the ability to ignite your own light every morning and let it spill into everything you touch. And when you reach that level, you stop chasing opportunities. They start chasing you. There's a force inside you that doesn't need permission. It only needs ignition, and that ignition is enthusiasm. You see, the world doesn't move for those who are merely interested, and it bends for those who are consumed. Look around you. Every monument of achievement, every invention that reshaped human destiny, every story that outlived its author was written in fire, not ink. That fire was enthusiasm. Thomas Edison once said he never worked a day in his life because he was in love with what he did. Think about that. The man failed more than 10,000 times trying to invent the light bulb, but do you really think he saw them as failures? Number. He called them discoveries. Discoveries of how not to make a light bulb. His secret wasn't intellect alone. It was a sustained enthusiasm that refused to die. While others got tired, he got excited. While others gave up, he leaned in closer to the flame. That's what enthusiasm does. It changes fatigue into fascination. It makes time irrelevant. It turns obstacles into puzzles that you want to solve. Without enthusiasm, effort feels like labor. With enthusiasm, effort feels like creation. You can feel it when you talk to someone who's truly alive inside. Their energy doesn't just enter a room, it transforms it. Their eyes carry conviction. Their words, even if soft, have weight. And deep down, you know they'll win. Not because they have all the resources, but because they have that invisible magnet pulling everything they need toward them. Henry Ford had it. When the world told him that mass-producing a car was impossible, he smiled and said, "Obstacles are those frightful things you see when you take your eyes off the goal." That's enthusiasm disguised as faith. Walt Disney had it. He was fired from a newspaper because he lacked imagination. He went bankrupt twice. Yet the man who was told he had no imagination went on to create the most imaginative empire the world has ever seen. You think logic carried him there? No. It was enthusiasm. A belief so intense it outshouted every doubt, every critic, every failure. Enthusiasm doesn't ignore reality. It transforms it. It doesn't deny pain. It gives pain a purpose. It whispers, this too is part of the story. And once you accept that, your energy shifts. You stop running from struggle and start running through it. But let's get real for a moment. Life has a way of dimming that flame. Bills, rejections, comparisons, disappointments, they pile up like dust on a once burning soul. Most people lose their spark not because they fail, but because they stop believing their energy matters. They forget that the world responds not to effort alone, but to the vibration behind it. Napoleon Hill said it best. A person without enthusiasm is like a watch without a mainspring. You can have all the gears, all the design, all the potential, but without energy, nothing moves. That's why enthusiasm isn't optional. It's the emotional engine of success. And here's the secret. Enthusiasm isn't a gift you wait for. It's a decision you renew. Every morning, before the world gets a chance to weigh you down, you decide whether your energy will be dictated by your circumstances or by your purpose. The moment you choose purpose, you create voltage. The kind of voltage that lights up the dark corners of doubt and fear. The universe, in its mysterious perfection, doesn't respond to begging. It responds to vibration. You don't attract abundance by asking for it. You attract it by becoming a match to it. You vibrate at abundance when you feel it, when you act as if it's already yours, when your enthusiasm for your craft, your mission, your growth becomes undeniable. That's what Napoleon Hill meant when he said, "Whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve." But the missing ingredient most people overlook is the emotion behind the belief. You can repeat affirmations all day, but if you do it with a flat spirit, nothing changes. The words become empty shells. It's the enthusiasm, the living current running through your words that electrifies them into manifestation. It's like a radio signal. Two people can broadcast the same message. One on a weak frequency, the other on full power. Guess which one the world hears? Your enthusiasm determines your broadcast strength. And when you raise that signal high enough, it becomes impossible to ignore. People feel it in your voice, in your work, in your presence. Opportunities start aligning because you've become magnetic. Carnegie once said he valued enthusiasm more than knowledge. Why? Because knowledge sits still. Enthusiasm moves mountains. Knowledge may open the door, but enthusiasm kicks it wide open. Look at any great achievement, from the Wright brothers taking flight to Steve Jobs reimagining the future, and you'll find a pattern. Enthusiasm wasn't just an emotion, it was their compass. They didn't wait for conditions to be perfect. They made them perfect through their intensity. That's why enthusiasm is more than positivity. It's conviction in motion. It's energy directed with precision. It's a belief so alive that it infects every cell of your being until people can't tell whether you're chasing your dream or your dream is chasing you. And once you reach that state, you stop asking for permission. You stop explaining your passion. You just move. You execute. You build. You burn with purpose. Because when you're truly enthusiastic about your vision, the universe doesn't just open doors, it builds highways. Your enthusiasm is your magnet. It's the unseen gravity that pulls everything you need, people, ideas, opportunities, right into your orbit. But only if you dare to keep it alive when the world tries to drain it. When they laugh at your ideas, smile. When they doubt your pace, keep moving. When they try to convince you to be realistic, remember this. The world only became better because someone refused to be realistic. Keep that spark alive, protect it, feed it, because your enthusiasm, not your luck, not your talent, not even your plan, is what determines your altitude. Somewhere along the way, life teaches you how to dim your own light. You start to quiet the fire that once roared inside you because the world told you to be realistic. You learn to trade your spark for safety, your imagination for approval. And little by little, you forget that enthusiasm, that burning aliveness, was never a weakness. It was your greatest weapon. But here's the truth. You were never meant to live small. You were never meant to walk through life half asleep, checking boxes and calling that existence. You were born to burn, to radiate a kind of energy that wakes up everything around you. That's what enthusiasm does. It's not just the joy of doing, it's the energy of becoming. Napoleon Hill called enthusiasm the dynamo of the mind, a mental power plant that turns thought into movement and movement into miracles. Without it, ideas stay trapped in the mind. But once enthusiasm enters, everything accelerates. The impossible starts to bend, and the universe begins to respond. Every great life, every legend you've ever admired, had one thing in common. They refused to let their enthusiasm die when the world told them to be realistic. They saw what others couldn't see because they felt what others refused to feel. Take Abraham Lincoln. He wasn't the loudest man in the room, but his quiet fire burned deeper than anyone's doubt. Every defeat, every heartbreak only refined his vision. He didn't carry enthusiasm like a mood. He carried it like a mission. Or look at Edison, standing in a dark laboratory surrounded by shattered glass and failed filaments. Most men would have quit long before. But Edison didn't see failure. He saw data. Every time the world turned away, he turned back to his vision, whispering, "I'm getting closer." That whisper, that unwavering certainty, that was enthusiasm in its purest form. And yet, we live in a world that confuses enthusiasm with noise. But real enthusiasm isn't loud. It's consistent. It's the quiet obsession that gets you up before the alarm. It's the extra hour you give when no one's watching. It's the light you keep alive when every reason to quit feels justified. You see, enthusiasm isn't about pretending everything's perfect. It's about holding faith when nothing is. It's about choosing movement when doubt tells you to freeze. It's that sacred bridge between desire and destiny, the emotional current that turns invisible dreams into visible reality. And if you've ever felt that fire fading, if you've ever caught yourself saying, "What's the point anymore?" understand this. The point isn't to never lose enthusiasm. The point is to know how to reignite it. When life tests you, when the dream feels distant, go back to why you started. Go back to that original vision that once made your heart race. Picture it vividly. The feeling, the sound, the smell of success that hasn't arrived yet but already exists within you. Because enthusiasm doesn't come from the outside. It's not waiting in the next achievement or the next paycheck or the next approval. It's born the moment you decide to believe again. The moment you say, "This fire still belongs to me." Carnegie, Ford, Hill, Disney, they weren't superhuman. They just refused to let the ordinary swallow their spirit. They nurtured their enthusiasm like it was oxygen, and that's exactly what it was, the oxygen of purpose. When you start moving with that kind of energy, you stop asking, "Will it happen?" You start saying, "It's already in motion." You begin to understand that enthusiasm doesn't just attract opportunity, it creates it. Your vibration becomes a signal the universe can't ignore. The right people start noticing you. The right doors start opening. The timing starts to align. Not because luck suddenly favored you, but because your energy finally matched your destiny. So if the world has hardened you, soften again. If life has dimmed your flame, reignite it. You don't need a reason to be enthusiastic. Enthusiasm is the reason. It's the proof that something sacred still lives inside you, still reaching for more. Think about it. Every sunrise, every ocean wave, every heartbeat in your chest is driven by enthusiasm. The energy of life itself is enthusiasm in motion. You are part of that same current. You just forgot how powerful you are when you flow with it. So today, stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for perfect conditions. Start creating them. Speak with conviction. Walk with vision. Work with faith. Let your energy announce your destiny before your results ever do. Because enthusiasm is contagious. It spreads faster than logic. It multiplies everything it touches. And once it becomes your default state, you become unstoppable. Not because you never fall, but because your spirit always rises higher than your failures. The future doesn't belong to the smartest or the luckiest. It belongs to the most enthusiastic. Those who dare to believe that passion backed by purpose can rewrite any story. So burn again, dream again, speak again, rise again, because the world is not waiting for another genius. It's waiting for someone who still believes, still feels, still burns in a world that's gone cold. And that someone is you. Your enthusiasm is your magnet. Guard it, fuel it, and never apologize for it, because when your heart is on fire, the universe can't look away. And one day, when you look back, when you see everything you've built, every miracle that unfolded, you'll realize this truth. It was never luck. It was never timing. It was always the power of a single decision, the decision to keep your flame alive. So go, ignite, create, and let the world feel your fire. Because when your enthusiasm moves, abundance follows.